Hi students, welcome to this lesson. I am going to be talking about the headphones. We don't have too many headphones in the classroom, but we do have quite a few, so you might be using it in the classroom sometimes. Now, if you look at this particular headphone, it's not the same headphone that you actually use anywhere else. There is something very unique about this kind of headphone. If you look at it carefully, you see that that's what the headphone looks like right there. And you notice there's a little thing over here which is known as the microphone. It's not exactly an antenna, it's a microphone. I mean, it looks like an antenna, but it's not. It's a microphone. So that means when I'm wearing the headphone, and I'm going to do it right now. Okay, I can't hear you because the sound is really, really cool. So it's noise canceling. That means when you put it, you're not able to hear anything around except the music that you play. So if you use a headphone, it looks something like this. And then over here is your microphone, which you can move it down like this. So that means when you are actually using like a gaming situation, you can wear your headphone this way, and then you have the microphone right over here in front of you. Now, if you're using this headphone in the classroom and you're not using a microphone, so just move the microphone up by turning this thing like this. You just turn it up like that, and then you can just use the headphone, okay? Now, let me talk about on the other side of the headphone. If you notice at the connection, there are two connections, and I'm going to show it to you a little bit more closely right there. If you look at it, there are two connections. There is the green, and then there is the pink one. So the green one is meant for connecting the headphone. The green one is meant for connecting the headphone, and the pink one is meant for connecting the microphone. So normally when you are connecting this to the computer, chances are you are not connecting the microphone. You're only going to be connecting the headphone because that's what you're going to be using. But if you are playing any particular game and the game requires you to use headphones, so like when you're playing on this side, you'll be able to talk with your friend who's playing the same game and he might be at the other end of the classroom, which is kind of cool. So at that time, what you're going to do is you are going to, of course, you can ask me for help at any time, but you can also try it on your own, where you could actually connect the microphone, which would be probably connected, and then the headphone. Connecting the headphone and then connecting the microphone. And that is the only reason why there are two 8mm jack, as you can see right here. Okay, the green one is the headphone, and the microphone is the pink one. Normally we don't use the microphone one at all because chances are when you're listening to music, you're not talking with anybody, you're just listening to music or your movie or you're playing the game by yourself. But if you're playing any particular game, and we will be doing this in the classroom quite a bit, where you're talking with your teammates or you're talking with somebody else who's playing the same game with you at the same time, but they're not sitting next to you, they're sitting somewhere else. And if that game allows you to have the microphone switched on so that you can talk to, like player to player, then this is the microphone right over here. Okay, but this is otherwise the headphone, and then of course there is a control mechanism over here. As you can see, it's a volume control. One thing is, before you turn on any music, please make sure you check the sound first. So that way, if it's too loud, you can lower the volume and then you put the headphone on. Because what's happening is sometimes the volume might be too high and suddenly you put the headphone on and then when you hit play, the sound is like so loud and it could hurt your ears. Okay, so before you put on a headphone, what you do is you check the volume. So you play some kind of music and you just check the volume just to make sure it's kind of okay. And if it's okay, then you put on your headphone. Otherwise, don't wear your headphone because the volume could be high and you could end up hurting your ears a little bit. Thank you for listening to this lesson, and I'll see you in the next one, okay? So remember, headphones are good, headphones are fun. Please be responsible when you use it. Try not to pull the wire too much because as you can see, it's only one wire at the end of the headphone like that. It can actually rip out and, well, you basically end up breaking the headphone. You also have adjustments at the end, so you can adjust it a little bit. Just like that, okay? And then you can wear it comfortably on your head, make sure it fits you nicely. You can also adjust it while it's on your head, like that. So it sits very nicely. You can put your microphone down this way, so that way you can actually, talk to the player. If you're not using the microphone, then don't keep it this way. It may end up breaking the microphone. So just kind of like move it up a little bit, so that way it's just like that right over there. And as you can see, it looks pretty cool. You can get to enjoy your games, your music, your movies, whatever you are doing in class. Okay? Thank you. Bye-bye.